All right, welcome to episode. Oh my goodness, 50 of the Beer Bullshit Show.
Woohoo!
We made the 50, y'all. We're halfway to 100.
Wow.
I know, right? And we started this whole thing last year in January, so it's amazing, amazing.
50 is the beer anniversary.
We were supposed to have the fine gentleman from the Beer and Bastards show, but the bastards bastard out, so...
Oh.
Maybe you shouldn't do that.
So
I think they were just chicken. I'm just gonna say they're chicken.
yeah, they didn't want to be around a bunch of hardcore people like us, non-status like us,
Right.
So
Beer and bozos.
beer bozos. Jeez, lots have been going down in the last couple weeks here.
So loud.
Hey Nick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with you.
Okay.
You said you got a. What'd you get? Did you get a 4-pack of the KBS, or did you just get one bottle?
I got 2 bottles.
Oh, 2 bottles, and how much did that run you?
It was like $10. So worth it. Probably gonna drink one and probably gonna drink both. So I got the KBS. I scored some Enjoy by 420 today, which is, I guess, easy to get, but it's in 6-packs now, so that's nice.
Yes.
9.4%. And then I also scored this monster called
Nice.
Deal with the Devil. It's a barley wine, and I was going to drink it tonight, but I just looked it up, and it's 17.4%.
Jesus.
Woo!
It's ale aged in cognac barrels, and the art, I had to look at Deal with the Devil. There's like some shaking hands on it.
Oh, it's adorable.
I know.
Anchorage Brewing Company is a very good brewing company.
I'm probably gonna wait on that one, not tonight.
Because we've already been drinking a couple hours now.
Has anybody had the? I think the Sierra Nevada came out with a barley wine, the Bigfoot.
Oh yeah, every year.
They actually have a barrel-aged version of it now, too.
I've probably got like I don't know, half a dozen 4-packs in the basement of that from the last several years.
I saw it coming. I saw it coming in off the truck the other day, and I was just like, I wonder what this is all about. So
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good. If you let it sit a year, it's even better.
okay.
I'm missing last year's, but I have like 3 consecutive years.
Nice.
So there's that. Ruby's got some her favorite peach ginger.
Ginger peach, Vandermills cider. Then I'm on a peach kick tonight. I guess I got Georgia on my mind. So then my other one I have here is Cider Boys Peach County. So was in some ice water dripping everywhere.
Hey Ruby,
Yes,
you is from Georgia,
I am from Georgia.
and it's the peach state.
I know. I love peaches.
And your favorite song is probably "Moving to the Country, Gonna Eat Me a Lot of Peaches."
It's not my favorite song, but
She likes I really like your peaches. I want to shake your tree. Right?
That's Nick. He shakes my tree frequently.
Yep.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it, isn't sort of the peach tree sort of a misnomer, and it's really pitch is what it used to be. that was known for pitch, not peach. As a Georgian, can you confirm or deny that?
I have no idea. But I do know that if you go to Burton's Peach Orchard, you can get some of the best homemade peach ice cream in the world. And don't ask for vanilla and don't ask for chocolate, because all they got is peach. And you might wait an hour for it.
While they make it.
Pretty much. There'll be a line. It's like in the middle of nowhere, and it's like in a pecan orchard, even though the peach farm is around it. But there'll be a line like 50 people long to get ice cream there every summer. It's awesome.
So there's that, and we just had dinner on the grill.
Yeah.
We had we went to the new Hy-Vee and bought a bunch of stuff for the grill. They had these I'm calling them paleo onion rings. It was onion ring wrapped in bacon.
It was like an onion ring, had like Cajun seasoning on it, and then they were wrapped in bacon, and they were on a stick, and we grilled them on the grill, and they were delicious.
Yes, looking good.
Living large out on the prairie.
Yeah, and some lamb kebabs. What about you, Jim? What do you got?
I have a new Pennsylvanian beer that I'd never had before. I'm trying to, have at least something from Pennsylvania on every show, and there's so many to keep up with. This one is Big Black Voodoo Daddy Imperial Stout from Voodoo Brewing, which is up near Erie. It's like, you can hardly call it Pennsylvania because it's like New Hampshire's closer to me than these guys are, but it's not bad. It's 12%, but it has a very mild taste to it. It's I'd say it's it's very, I don't know if I'd call it sessionable. I have a feeling by the time I finish this bomber, I'm going to be slightly bombed. I'm going to try not to become the angry drunk. We'll see. These high alcohol beers can do that to me. So I don't bring up any topics that might, trigger me into some kind of rant. So
I thought you were going to be backing it down to like the 8.5.
I was going to try to bring it down, but this was still in my fridge, and I just had to go for it. So anyway, what did you say, Kirsten?
We have to use trigger warnings with you? Is that what I'm hearing?
I thought that's the new thing. Is that...
I'm going to need a trigger warning for trigger warnings.
Your trigger warnings are a microaggression against me.
Whoa! It's like the Mobius loop of like academia, right? Anyway, so this is all I'm going to drink tonight. I think this should be enough. So anyway, that's what I've got. Scott, what about you? What are you drinking?
Oh, I'm sitting here on a Weyerbacher Sunday Morning Stout. It says stout aged in bourbon barrels with coffee, 11.3% alcohol by volume. Just came out, matter of fact. You guys should have it up over that way.
Oh, hell yeah.
A Pennsylvania beer, too, my friend. What I like about this, too, it says bottled on 3/24/15, and it's good till 3/24/17.
So what happens on March 15th on the 7th of 2017?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I was just reading it. I was like, but I would not age this one that long.
It's probably already aged.
The aroma alone just smacks you in the face with bourbon.
Wow. Well, I mean, Weyerbacher, yeah, another great Pennsylvania brewery. It's known their niche is high alcohol beers. They're like, hey, let's take a traditional beer style and jam double the alcohol in it, and they've made their reputation on that. So,
but I also think that this was I like how it came out because of the fact that it almost came out the same time as KBS, and KBS is almost the same thing too. So now we got a more wide variety of these like kind of coffee, chocolatey, high alcohol content beers to kind of combat each other.
Bring it. I love a competitive marketplace. This This is where it's at. So I definitely look forward to trying that one. Outstanding.
Wow.
So, Jim, I got the Enjoy by 420 in these awesome glasses you sent us.
Sweet. I'm drinking the same glass, but you know what? It's supposed to be an IPA glass. Who cares?
Works for everything.
Yeah, it actually works great, and it's really easy to hold on to. That's the important thing. So, especially with these high alcohol content beers.
And I'm going to say this right now. You will love this beer.
I'm going to try it. Definitely going to be looking for that one. So
that bourbon is not as strong as it is in the aroma. I mean, you do get that underlying bourbon note, but you get a big coffee. You do get a little bit of vanilla in this, as well as a sweet chocolate.
Awesome.
But it's so drinkable that it is dangerous.
Yeah. I would say this Big Black Voodoo Daddy is also drinkably dangerous, or dangerously drinkable. I forgot to mention that I'm having some beer chocolate, care of Kirsten, who sent it to us, and I think you guys received it already, but you probably ate yours. I held out as long as I could. It goes great with this stout, by the way. So, thank you, Kirsten.
I was just like chocolate from a woman you can't hold out, man, and I just ate that. And oh yeah, I'm like goodies from. Oh yes, I will return the favor. You are getting a big chocolatey beer. I'm going to send to you.
Oh, I trade beers with you right now.
Why? What are you drinking?
Mine I got on my recent road trip from Salt Lake City, so you can tell it's going to have a hopping 4%. It's a foreplay porter.
Wait a minute.
Mormons
have foreplay? What?
Foreplay porter.
Is that just to piss off the Mormons? Because I didn't think they were allowed to have.
That's what I was thinking.
As far as I can tell, every brewery I've seen in Utah is there to piss off the Mormons. There are a couple that have like a polygamy porter or a polygamy pale ale, or they name them things just to tick off the Mormons. Nice. So I assume that yes, that is in fact the purpose of this beer.
But are they limited in alcohol content that they can sell there?
I don't know, but when I saw the 4%, I thought that's probably why. I mean,
I will also look that up.
It's a porter. Would there be any other reason for a porter to be 4% alcohol?
Not unless it's Guinness.
Just so you could drink more? I don't know.
I can't really think
being
of
a stout anyway, it's actually a little higher.
Also, it has some excellent pairing advice on it. Let's see if you can see this. Don't pair it with elephant. Is that what I'm seeing on there? That one? Yes.
It pairs with a fedora.
You can, which I agree with that. It's a coffee and chocolate porter, so that's a good pairing. I think pancakes are legit. But isn't this one here no elephant?
I wish I could see it, but it's not coming through.
I think that's just for the benefit of the elephant. It's just I think it's part of the Save the Elephants campaign.
Wow.
Okay. But yeah.
As for a little bit of information for the Utah ABV limit, it says the law set a limit of 3.2% alcohol by weight or 4% by volume.
This is 4% by volume. That explains that.
Wow.
So while the brewers are trying to laugh at the Mormons, but the Mormons are getting the last laugh.
Yeah.
Bastards.
Let's fix it. Anything in Utah, the Mormons are going to have the last laugh.
I think we should spend the rest of the show making fun of Utah. Okay, this is ridiculous. Okay,
well,
Indiana's been in the news for their civil rights problems. Okay, this is way more serious. Okay, I'm sorry.
Right.
I will say I did get I do have to give Utah props for their root beer. They have really nice root beers.
Probably sent you one of the low ABV.
I got an extra sampler. If you would like to give away do some sort of
Whoa.
giveaway, we will give that away.
Just
But
better hang on to that.
Bastards
No.
disqualified. The Bastards are not allowed in the drawing or whatever Chris comes up with. Just too sad.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny is Uinta Brewing is in Utah. I guess they're not allowed to sell their own beer locally. It's just must be just for export.
Maybe.
So when I was there, you could
Maybe.
not all the beer you bought in outside of the state-run liquor stores was 3.2.
Mm-hmm.
If you went to the liquor stores, you could
Well,
buy
I got
regular
this at
beer.
Trader Joe's.
What?
This came from Trader Joe's.
If you go to one of the state-run liquor stores, you can buy regular-sized beer.
Okay.
So it's just state controlled then for the ABV.
This beer chocolate's awesome.
It is. My favorite is the bourbon stout chocolate.
Oh yes.
I could eat those forever.
I don't know which one is which. This one is had like
Oh yeah, I can help you. Here's the code.
it had like a swirly chocolatey thing on
That's
top.
the M. It's supposed to be an M for the moose drool,
Oh, okay.
and then the salt.
The coffee one was the best.
Really? I don't like the coffee bean part.
Mm. Oh, I thought it was heavenly.
That's probably you like your coffee chunky though, so I could see how you can appreciate that.
Chunky coffee, man.
Mm.
I believe that's what he said.
It's really going great with this stout. I gotta say, this is talk about pairing. I usually don't really give a crap about pairing, but chocolate and stout, it is a traditional combination that works. Now, I saved half of this for Christina so she could try it. What are the odds of them actually lasting until she gets home? We'll see. I don't know.
Where is she? Can someone text her and warn her that she?
She's having beers after her Toastmasters competition, so she's celebrating her Toastmasters win.
Awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, she should arrive. I don't know. It depends on I guess how much she's celebrating. Well, Chris, what are you drinking?
I am drinking O'Fallon's Zeke Pale Ale. It's got Australian hops in it.
Interesting.
So
What do Australian hops taste like?
they've got a tropical, kind of a tropical, a little bit more bitter taste to it. So, but I have to bring this up because the wife will get mad at me if I don't bring it up on the show. All right, she made beer coasters again, and we got a box of 100 type. So she took some of the 6-pack carriers that I out of for the beer coasters, and one of them happens to be something that Kirsten is going to talk about later.
Okay, wait.
The
I just have
Moose
one quick comment. Is this is Yvonne's hobby here a way of telling you to quit leaving your beers all over the furniture? Is that like?
Actually, I really no. It's she thinks that maybe if I had like one coaster for every beer that I like, then I don't know. She's just trying to make a hobby, and I think if it turns out really well, we might make it an entrepreneur kind of thing. So.
All right, bring it on.
And then she made Deschutes freshly squeezed IPA coaster.
Can you hold some of these up so we can see?
So, and here's one I'm sure you've already seen, Jim Bab, because I posted it up on Facebook. The Victory Storm King.
Nice. Another great Pennsylvania brewery. Speaking of Pennsylvania breweries, you had mentioned on the Facebook page one that was recently honored as the top craft beer brewery, which I was a little surprised at, but I don't know.
Crap.
I think we're all a little bit surprised. Although, Chris, if I recall, you're not you like Yuengling, right? That's I mean, if you like lagers, maybe it's okay, I guess. I'm just not a lager person, so I can't really. I don't know. It's not for me.
I don't mind Yuengling. I'm going to Florida in a week and a half, and I'm probably going to get some and drink it.
In Florida?
Yep.
Yeah.
They have it there.
Why would you go for Yuengling in Florida?
Because it's either that or Corona.
In Florida, I would seriously be starting to look for wider varieties because they got big.
Well, I'm going to Mexico Beach on the Panhandle, and I've been there, and the best thing is Yuengling.
Okay, all right. So it's not just anywhere in Florida. It's a remote, like redneck location. It's like a redneck Riviera, right? So
Exactly.
So when you ordering the Yuengling, that's like the fancy beer. Like, oh,
Yeah.
we got a fancy dude here. Like, oh, would you like an umbrella with that, sir? Right?
Pinky out.
He's
We
too
did
good
look
to
up,
drink. He's too good to drink Miller Lite like the rest of us.
There is a craft beer bar about 40 minutes away, and we're going to try and go there. Hopefully I can get some more of those awesome Florida beers that I had from when Ruby brought back from Miami.
Yeah, Ruby hooked you up.
Yes, she did.
Big time.
You really married well, Nick. I have to say, you really did well.
I'm married up.
There you go.
That's some funny shit right there.
So there's that. Oh, and also we're highly considering going to the Asheville, North Carolina Beer Week.
Do you like your women like you like your beer? Thick and dark?
Thick and dark.
Hey, man, if they could taste like this, I would. I'd be like, well, shake
Sorry,
it on me.
goodness,
Baby. Come
sis.
on, look at this.
Yeah, you know what? Unfortunately, I'm stuck. Usually with pale with a nice head. That's all. You can really.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, Big Black Voodoo
Pale
Daddy.
with a nice head.
I didn't say that.
It's nice head.
I think Scott
That's
said.
like a prison wife.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't say pale that could give nice head. Okay. He's silent now.
No, I gotta.
He's like, I'm out of this.
Yeah, I know. I don't. The Big Black Voodoo Daddy is half gone, and it's already having an effect. I don't know.
I'm playing a 12-ounce bottle over here, and it's empty.
I was trying to remember what big whatever Voodoo Daddy sounded like, and it reminds me of the Big Bad Baptist stout that I had last year.
That's good.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was one of those things. That was one of the beer I bought on the internet for Bitcoin, and I didn't have to prove any ID or anything. It was awesome. It just showed up at my door.
Awesome.
Craft Shack.
Big Black Voodoo Daddy, like the name of like a Cajun band or something.
They're a big band.
No, that's Big Bad Voodoo Daddy.
Yeah, Big Bad
Right.
Voodoo Daddies.
Ah, okay.
They're pretty awesome.
They are.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I was just Googling it now. Yeah, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. All right, because I knew I had like some CDs from
20 years ago.
From back when there were CDs.
Ah,
What the hell's a CD?
Yeah. It's one of those things that lays around,
well, at the beach
It's a
house,
coaster is what it is.
Right, it could be used as a beer coaster now.
or
Yeah,
like an
I mean,
emergency reflector if you're like stranded on a mountainside trying to like signal the rescue plane.
She texted me back.
Because everyone would take a CD backpacking with them.
Well, now you know. Now you, it does have some
It's one of
purpose.
those, like 50 greatest backpacking hacks ever.
He's gonna come up with this whole list of like stuff for you to take down to this Florida trip with you, and you're gonna have like a CD and anything else that he can come up with for survival guides.
No, if there's no CD player, there's a VCR.
Maybe take some of that like dehydrated alcohol with you, just in case it is a beer crisis like you're anticipating. Like you could just like add a spoonful of the powdered alcohol to whatever beer they serve you. Like
I wish I could find some of this alcohol. Did it ever like come out?
I don't know.
I think it did.
There was
My
I don't know if the powder
commenting on
they have that squeezable kind that you can squeeze into like water and make any kind of like it's either a lager, an IPA, or a stout.
Really?
that does not
Yeah, it's
sound
like a liquid form. I've seen that a couple of times on the internet, but I haven't seen it in stores or anything like that yet.
So, for instance, if you're trying to like sneak it into prison, that could be useful. I'm just wondering what other purpose it might have.
I'm not putting it anywhere where I'm going to get into a prison with it, okay?
But if you did, that compact shape would be a bonus.
Well, yeah, but then if it like breaks, I would probably just like keel over, just like all those kids that were doing backside like vodka shots.
Ooh, yeah, these crazy kids.
Quick update on alcohol. It was approved for sale in the U.S. on March 10th, and it should be available this summer.
Oh, there you go.
I guess the real key question is how much alcohol like per gram is there? So is there a real weight benefit for like hikers? Like I'm guessing there isn't. I'm guessing you're still better off with just like some 151 on just a sheer like buzz per pound. Like.
well, if you can
like-
filter your water at your location, then you don't have to carry the water. That's something.
Yeah, right. But there's not a whole lot of water in 151, so I just.
It's actually just under 25%.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess I want like how much does this alcohol weigh? Like per unit of alcohol. I don't even know how to measure the alcohol in it, but I don't know.
Like it has the same characteristics as powdered water.
Oh, that kind you put in your pool and then add water to, and it fills up your pool?
Yep.
Nice.
You're supposed to add 6 ounces of your favorite mixer, so like you're saving 6 ounces of fluid. One package weighs about an ounce, it says, and it's about 80 calories per bag.
Bag.
I just see no purpose for this. I just seriously, somebody explained to me. I watched the like a sales video.
I can explain. Why create alcohol? The inventor, Mark, is an active guy, hiking, etc. After hours of inactivity, he sometimes wants to relax and enjoy a refreshing adult beverage. But those activities and many others don't lend themselves to lugging heavy bottles of wine, beer, or spirits. The only liquid he wanted to carry was water. So he thought it would be alcohol in powdered form, so all he had to do was add water. So, okay, I'll give him the bottle. The bottle.
You've done a great job. I want to. Product placement, my friends.
We're looking for sponsorships. Maybe it's a good time to bring this up. Alcohol. You could be the one. In fact, let's face it. When we give the beer and bullshit bump to something, right? Like you want to invest in it, okay? Because it's gonna blow up like nothing, okay? So alcohol. We've just given you the beer and bullshit bump. Right?
I wonder what would happen if you sprinkled it in your 12% beer.
I think it would you'd have 12% beer. You'd have 12.1% beer that tasted like crap. That's my theory.
I have a feeling we're like a few months away from YouTube. There's no need for anyone here to do that.
I watched a alcohol sales video. They have like a video explaining it. They were trying to because people are like, well, the kids are going to abuse it. People will be snorting it. Well, and basically the defense of this was it's not that strong. You're better off just taking a shot of liquor, okay, and you're going to get more booze that way. There's no need to try to snort powdered alcohol because you just clog your nose up with crap before you even got a buzz. So
again, she's right. You probably see these stupid people on YouTube sitting there with a straw, snorting it up, and I don't do nothing. Well, no shit.
Just drink a shot of vodka. Is it that hard to drink a shot of vodka that you'd rather take some powdery crap and put it up your nose to try to simulate that effect? I mean,
I think snorting alcohol should be known as the bullshit bump.
Yeah, speaking of bumps, that's the
touche.
Could you imagine being at a party and somebody whips that out hey man, you want to bump? I got the good shit here. What? Yeah. Yeah, it's dehydrated Corona. Here you go.
Why couldn't you have made it some good shit, man? Here, hydrate that a little bit with a twist of lime.
Now, perhaps in NASA could have an application for this. It's got to be in the same family as Tang, right? Could this be an important accomplishment that'll get us to Mars a little quicker? I don't know.
Well, we've already had beer and craft beer already up in space. I mean, why not?
Well, what kind of craft beer has been in space?
Matter of fact, there was a craft brewer. I have not actually had their stuff yet, but the first one was from Australia. He was a craft brewer that was featured on that that movie, How Beer Saved the World. Towards the end of the video, he lets you know that first off, he brewed it and it had to be uncarbonated because once it goes up there, he was like, could you imagine being on a space bar in space? He was like, and everybody has the wet burps. He was like, because when you would burp, it would actually come out as a bubble, a wet burp, floating around in this space bar.
I'm not going to space. I'm just, you know what? I always wanted to go to space, but no longer. So, not if I have to drink flat beer. It's just, it's really not worth it. But what about a simulated gravity environment, like one of those spinning spaceships?
Or the Vomit Comet.
Yeah.
That's not in space.
That's real gravity there.
Right.
No, you know what I'm talking about? That airplane that does free fall, and people are like,
Right. You feel zero gravity, but you're
That's
nowhere near
simulated
space.
non-gravity. It's simulated non-gravity, but real gravity in that case.
yeah, well, you know, you can't get away from gravity because you just can't.
You just
That's
let
true.
helium, it don't work.
But while free falling, it feels like you've gotten away from gravity. Did anybody watch that movie Interstellar?
Yes,
Anybody like that? I thought it was pretty entertaining.
me too. It confused the shit out of me, but it was still entertaining.
Kirsten, what about you?
I see like 2 movies a year, and one is usually Star Trek. So, my next big flick is coming out in 2016.
You're not even gonna watch the new Star Wars movie this year?
That's this year.
Oh God, no!
December.
I haven't even watched the original 3 all yet. I've watched 2 of them.
He
Wow.
falls asleep during half of them, I guess.
All that time.
Yes.
Wait a minute. All that time you spent watching Stargate, but you're too good to watch Star Wars. I don't know about this. What?
I tried to watch Star Wars with my friend Wars fan. And a couple years ago when I visited him in Tucson, we got through 2 of the Star Wars and didn't have time for the 3rd. Well, I was just down there in March, and I was like, you need to watch some Star Trek. We got through 2 of the 3, or 2, we got through 2 of the reboots, and that's it. So I guess we're even. I don't think
the new rebooted movies. I think those are better than the other Star Trek movies.
But there's only
I really like the new ones. The new ones are really, really good, I think.
Well, that's because there's a lot of stuff blowing up, right? There's, just that's what I want to see. Just blow a lot of stuff up and
it's a lot less of a philosophy exercise and more of an action movie, and it's very funny. It's very funny.
lots of my friends that are Star Wars fans absolutely despise Star Trek.
Right.
I like Star Trek enough. It's good. I grew up watching Star Trek: The Next Generation. It was the only thing I had on my antenna TV that got 1 channel, so I watched it. But Star Wars kicks the shit out of anything Star Trek I've ever seen in my life.
Except for Jar Jar Binks, okay?
Yeah, right.
That doesn't even. That's not.
Star Trek is getting better. Star Wars is getting worse.
Correct.
So,
You know what I'd like to see? Somebody should make a fan movie. Okay, now what do you think about this? Jar Jar Binks versus the Horta.
that's
Okay,
it. I'm
in
out.
like a cage match. Okay, the Horta versus Jar Jar Binks.
I'm just out. Jar Jar Binks is just over the line.
To the Next Generation, I was like, dude, seriously, this feels like a futuristic Reading Rainbow episode. I could not do it.
Do you guys even know who the Horta is? Maybe I'm talking to young children here. At least Chris must know who the Horta is. Any classic Trek fans out here? That weird silicon rock monster that burrowed through the earth, and Captain Kirk had to, and McCoy's like, "I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer," when he had to fix it. Come on! Oh.
That's the sort of thing you try not to remember about those.
Oh, this is classic. It was classic, and it was this like shaggy rubber-looking
I forgot
monster.
about that.
The one I want him to go up against is the Turbals.
The
Tribbles.
The Tribbles.
Tribbles. They're cute. And they feature in one of the reboots.
There was a swag kit that was actually, if you were part of this, it's all over Facebook. There's this little geek kit that you would buy into. You can get it month by month, or you can get it like every couple of months, or year subscription. They actually sent one of those out, in this little geek kit. I was like, oh god, this kid, he got it, and he comes to work and he's like, what the hell is a Tribble? I'm like, dude, you're way too young to understand.
No, they're in the new Star Trek films. At least one of them.
I don't remember how it played in the new film. Where was that?
It was in the second one. I remember it was in the one about extrajudicial killing, and I can't remember exactly why they were in there, but I think McCoy was experimenting with Khan's blood on them or something like that, and that's how they figured out they could. Well, we're getting into spoiler country.
You haven't seen
The movie's been out for like 2 years. There's no spoilers. Don't worry.
Is that okay or not okay? I don't know who hasn't seen what.
I have now shared the image of the Horde for those that forgot. Imagine it burning Jar Jar Binks with acid. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Does anybody remember the Horde now? No.
It looks like broccoli casserole.
With ketchup.
Hey, that took their whole special effects budget for a month. Okay.
Hey, but before we get too far from spoilers,
We need mustard and ketchup.
And for the younger crowd, there's a Tribble.
Storage compartment.
I just have to say that I like to listen to the Freedom Fiends, but ever since they started covering Better Call Saul on every single episode, I can't even listen because
of the spoilers.
Yeah, like for the last month or so, it's been like I can't listen to this because I'm gonna binge on this some rainy weekend in the summer.
You know, I've been watching Better Call Saul on Popcorn Time. So if you did want to watch it, on a weekly basis, you can. It is excellent. It is one of the best, definitely one of the best TV shows in a long time. So. Well,
I have them all downloaded. That's not the issue.
Okay.
I just I want to watch it all at once.
There you go. Okay.
Just me.
But that kind of reminds me of a topic that I was sitting there talking with a guy at work today. It was just like everything in the world is almost spoilered nowadays, and I was like, we should go back to the 80s and early 90s where it's just like, okay, you go to a store and it's just like, holy crap, there's a new movie out, or holy crap, there's a new video game out, and nobody heard about it because it's like now you can go on to almost like several internet sites and you could see video games, movies, pictures of people, etc., that it's all been spoiled. I mean, there's no almost a reason to go out and see anything or buy anything anymore because everything's spoiled for you.
Yeah, back when we didn't know anything, that was cool.
Right, there you go. Oh, don't buy this new video game. You can watch the damn thing on the internet.
We wouldn't be able to have a beer and bullshit show.
we would have a beer and bullshit show, but it would be we'd have to have it by mail. Okay, where we would mail in our comments to each other about the beers we were drinking on 3x5 cards and exchange them over a monthly basis.
So that's what they do in ham radio. They're called QSL cards.
That's right. I heard you. I used to. When I was in high school, I used to play a strategy game by mail. Okay, which was like one of these games where you have like armies and you take cities or whatever, and every 2 weeks you get your turn in the mail, and it was printed out on a computer dot matrix thing. They'd mail it to you, the results of your last turn, and you would write in by hand like what you wanted your armies to do and stuff, and then you'd fold it up, and you could send messages to other players on an index card, and you put it in the envelope, and they would mail it off, and you'd mail it off. It was a huge amount of fun, but like that was the extent of it. That's what we had to do before they invented the internet for any kind of entertainment. Like
you think Risk is a long game?
This took months, 6 months, 8 months, for a game to resolve. But it was a lot of fun. But play-by-mail computer games.
Wait, how did you even get hooked up with people to do that?
I don't remember. I guess one of my friends found out about it from one of his friends. I don't remember, word of mouth, I guess.
Chris is gone.
Hanging out behind bowling alleys.
Yeah, like lingering at the comic book store. It's that's what you had in a small town. I mean, we didn't even have drugs. It was tough growing up.
Wow, we got our drugs and our comic books.
Whoa! Well, you were in the big city of.
Well, actually, growing up, I was in Cortland, Ohio. But then, I mean, our region in Trumbull County, it's all one big drug spot. Unfortunately, everybody would know Youngstown, Ohio. It's a piece of crap. 25 minutes away from there, you got a comic book store. And then everybody would stand outside with the little kids. Hey, you want to buy this? You want to buy this? It's like, just leave them alone. Leave the kids alone. Sure, why not? Little Jimmy, buy your comic book and a little piece of crack.
Hey, it's.
So it was a 21 Jump Street episode.
Kind of, yes.
I'm a big fan of cross marketing. Okay, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Selling crosses?
There's definitely nothing wrong with that, especially if you're going to nail some bastard to it.
There you go.
Speaking of the Beer and Bastard show.
Yeah, we can't really do that right now.
Do you believe that they had no idea we existed? I mean, I suppose it's possible.
Well, has Molyneux contacted them about our DMCA takedown yet? I think our consumers have been, I think our brand has been damaged. I don't know if our fans are savvy enough to understand the difference between beer and bullshit and beer and bastards, right?
I think we've been damaged. We should get Bells to help.
But with their show, do they ever feature females on there to call themselves Beer and Bastard, or is it men only?
I don't know. They have 4 episodes.
Oh, well, then there you go.
You know what would be hilarious is if we actually tried to file some kind of legal action against them just for the lull, okay? Just to get us both publicity, okay? We could be like, Beer and Bullshit show, takes on the Beer and Bastard show, it's the Beer and Bastards and Bullshit battle, Could we?
Bastards of bullshit.
Why don't we send them a cease and desist letter just for amusement, right?
They're you did not come on the show when you said you were going to. We are serving you.
This is perfect. We'll get on Freedom Fiends.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, his beer has kicked in.
I mean, God, come on, Beer and Bastards, really. Anyway, and maybe we should look into their parentage as well. Are they really bastards? Okay.
Oh, really?
Has anybody checked into this? Is it false advertising?
We definitely have beer, and we definitely have bullshit.
Right.
Right.
But